really challenging to pull off one of those 15, 16, 17 kill wins that we have seen from time to time across the leagues.
Well, if nothing else, that means that you've got to get your points where you can get them, because it is going to be more and more difficult to get a stack here in the last couple of games. So now is the time, if ever there was one, as the plane has come across and we see where everybody is going to be dropping here as we fly over Quarry.
And we're switching maps for the first time, so we really got to keep our eyes on this early game. See if any teams are going to contest spots, if there's going to be some early fights over boot camp or something like that, or Pine On, spots that a lot of teams really tend to favor right now in the current Sandhawk meta.
We're seeing a lot of contention in scrims leading up to the event. Now, before today, a lot of that contention seems to have been worked out to where, you know, everything kind of ended up being okay. And it looks like, Armory Gaming has earned the right to call boot camp their own. Well, we see Tempo and Infantry right on top of each other there. T1 looks like they should be all by themselves, though. Yeah,
and I think we should talk a little bit about Armory Gaming in this situation. They're very good at boot camp. We saw them in the scrims, and oh boy, all right, Longsker is going to grab a gun as it is a 2v2 right now near this crossroads here, and Ifty Longsker has that M4, but there is the double barrel from Zampa. Can he get it going? Circle, looks like it might be Corey. All right, I guess Xenox was looking at the map correctly after all.
Ooh, Sharky does get picked off by Lin, though, here. And now that leaves Zampa all by himself. He does manage to pick up an Uzi, replace that double barrel shotgun, but Longsker just holding down this angle, waiting for him to peek. Zampa not going to bite into it anymore. He's just going to try to get on out of here.
Yeah, I think this is smart by Zampa, realizing that without any support, that is a very dangerous situation. DJ Boy, he's creeping down the hill. There is a member of Ghost. It's McCoy, who I think hears him, and then in fact Summers with him as well for VC. So McCoy holding this angle, very aware that people are coming down, but it is going to be Summer who's going to find him with the UMP, and that is a quick loss for Ghost.
Actually, Moody's picking off Yanis here as well, so a lot of teams finding themselves landing right on top of each other. Little 1v1s happening all over the map here as McCoy unfortunately gets picked off. So that's going to be Ghost's roughest start of the day so far. Sharpshot on the bridge is going to find Lin.
Excellent shooting by Sharpshot. Going to get that headshot. That is one member knocked for Infantry. Zampa is going to be the one to finish it up for Tempo Storm. And let's see what Longsker wants to do. We know this guy was nutty.
Boy.
One of the top fraggers in the Chinese leagues this year. Let's see if he can get it done with that Vector, which is a very powerful weapon on close range.
Take a look at your mini-map. You can see Boliang is on the south side of this, trying to make his way over to provide some level of support. Zhang on the other side, Xiao Yang on the other side of the river. Not be able to do much. Yeah, Zampa gonna take him very, very low. Only 19 rounds in that Vector. Not gonna be enough to finish him off, but that will.
You can aim down the sights really quickly with that Vector, but ooh, Sharpshot finds the angle onto Longsker, and he is going to be taken down. So far, a lot of damage traded between these, and you're right. Here he comes with that UMP.
This, we gotta say, this is a fight that's been going on all weekend now. And Sharpshot gonna get taken out. The double barrel is gonna come into play. Bolang is gonna get pushed back to the wall. Zampa's gonna have to try to get a res here, but Milux get taken out as well. So now it's all down to Zampa with the micro Uzi. What can he do? Nothing. Infantry gonna win the fight again, and Tempo Storm finds themselves in 16th place.
So a nice start for Infantry, but at what cost? Losing two members, including Longsker, to this. And VC heard the fighting, looking to see if they can pick off a member of Infantry. And there you can see our Tobii eye tracking showing us a great view of what the players look at. I love this because it gives you a good idea of how you yourself at home can improve your looking. And DJ Boy gets caught by Shrimsy though, by Ghost. So Ghost is able to return the favor onto VC.
Infantry, the fight with Ghost or Tempo is something that Infantry's been wanting. But right now, Infantry, you're sitting in 16th place with 4 kills. You need to be staying a little bit, keeping 4 alive, trying to get to the late game, pick up more kills if you're going to find yourself in the top 8 here. Unfortunately, down to 2 here, and VC is just feeding on there, just trying to find an angle here. Navi now actually actually trading some shots back and forth with Gex. We want to see if Na'Vi can get their ships righted after Erangel has been very, very tough on them today.
Yeah, definitely one of the very surprising teams here today that isn't finding the success. I'd say there's 3 teams that are on the bottom of the standings right now that I thought would probably be one of the 8 to make it through today into the semifinals, Poro.
I got to tell you, Clint, I mean, this is a world championship, though. I mean, any of those teams that are in the bottom part of the standings, I could say I'd be surprised at, because these are all the best of the best. But Na'Vi not having the best Erangel maps here today. Hopefully they can turn things around here on Sandhawk. If not on Sandhawk, then maybe on Miramar. Summer is just going to rat it out here. What can he find?
Oh, he's waiting, good patience, but isn't able to connect the early shots. So Ghost is going to be able to pick him off. Vegas takes a little bit of damage, but that is another kill for Ghost, as that is 2 for them so far this round.
Vegas is a very nice, very polite young man, but I have to imagine he cussed a little bit there as Summer tried to come and bite his ankles out from under him, but it wasn't going to be enough. As we see Akkad holding down the bridge here. This could be trouble for Tide and Domu as they make their way across.
Really interesting stuff from T1, opting to do a bridge camp, and exactly what you were talking about, Poro. Tide coming across. Akkad is so good. Look at that recoil control. Tide had no chance. And Domu is like, nope, no way, no way.
The hardest break check of 2019 is Domu is going to get on out of there. Adder's going to land a couple of shots into the vehicle, but none into the body. And Domu going to stay alive here for a little bit longer. The rest of the squad, nowhere to be found, I don't see. I think, is he the last one up?
He's the last one.
He is the last one up here.
Yeah, they tried to do that 2-2 split, and they ended up fighting Infantry and Ghost, so they lost some members. And Infantry is now in this is the replay here. Look at that control from Bolang. That is really, really good.
Clean fight coming out from Infantry. You know that they're feeling good about having those 4 kills. But, you know, in most cases, traditionally, in league forms, I've always kind of said, if you can come out of any Sandhawk game with 5 or 6 points, no matter how you get them, then you're doing okay. But given that it's short form here, given the weight that's on all of these games, I got to feel like these guys want a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. This is such an intense format. You really just want to rack up as many points as you can, give yourself that cushion to find yourself avoiding elimination in that Sunday match. You want that day off. We heard some of the teams talking about encouraging their players, saying, hey, if you can get top 8 today, you get the day off on Sunday.
Ooh, nice day off on Sunday. You'd love to see it. As Gen G taking some vision, seeing if they can find anything here onto G2. Brexco and PO just trading back and forth. Worth noting that this QBU across all regions is considered to be an absolute laser, a monster of a DMR. Everybody loves this weapon. You can see it's Chris and Brexco both operating with that thing in hand, as Ghost trying to make their way across the bridge here very late on the
They're heading towards ruins.
Yeah, they're heading towards ruins. This is on the very far western side, so this is going to be multiple bridges that Ghost finds himself having to cross. They do have 3 up still, all 3 in the vehicle. So this is not ideal, but it could work here.
I think this is a pretty smart rotation by Ghost. Come across. There's that bridge that's on the very southern end of this circle that they could potentially work across, as no one is really interested in gatekeeping it. I don't think anyone would expect you to come that far down and in. They had to stop to heal up a bit. Here is Uba looking into Vendetta. Vendetta is having an amazing day, as is FaZe Clan. Both of these teams showing a lot of spirit here today. Of course, Uba, no surprise to see him fragging out as usual.
One thing that we are seeing when you look at the map here, a lot of these squads opting for these compounds, the safer play, the safe bet. You know, in leagues, we've kind of started to get used to seeing teams spread out a little bit more, try to get a little bit more information, work the hillsides, work the edges of the circle. Not so much here at the international play, as now G2 is going to run into Gex, and that's going to be Brexco getting taken out.
A big loss early here for G2. Gex is strong up on the hill. They've got Kane out there, so doing a 3-1 split for themselves, and G2 found the backside of this, the stronger end of the Gex split. Nulaz and it's Chris, the only 2 left for G2, and they are going to back off. But Duckman's heard this, and is he going to try to push up on this? He's got the other members of Armory Gaming with him this time, so the format for Armory Gaming is just a little bit different here on Sanhok.
Yeah, Armory Another team in desperate need of some big-time points, and this is where they can find it. Leo's going to get taken out by Duckman, and now they're going to start the push here. But now this is being overseen from range here by FaZe Clan. Not going to be enough as Duckman will finish off the kill. Gex is going to have to retreat over the top of the hill.
Yeah, and maybe Gen G could have potentially gotten involved in this as well. Pio was able to see into this fight. You can see Duckman, he just wants to see what's going on behind him, make sure they are clear as they decide how they want to move forward. Are they going to try to push through Gex, or are they going to rotate around this? And right now, they're kind of a little bit more deep center than Gex, not by much, but they have a little slight position advantage.
I like the positioning here from Gen G. They know that they have control over this northern side. They've been collecting information for the entirety of this game. Pio creeping down a little bit more here, but not overexposing himself, not overcommitting, making sure he doesn't go down. So Gen G just really figuring out where everybody is before they start poking.
You can see Pio looking through, and he hasn't seen much because Gex is hiding inside of these houses. The doors are closed. No one's really finding themselves anything up in that northern end of the circle as of yet, as we look to see where this one shifts, and it is going to go west of Quarry and right on top of FaZe and Navi.
Why wouldn't it? Because why wouldn't it go on top of FaZe yet again? They are already, the rich get richer here as we see Ghost making their way across the river. And finally getting into the circle from the south side. Should be okay until they find them, maybe run into red canids here on the very, very southern part of this circle. But for right now, they're going to be a little bit safe as SKT doing what they normally do. But look at this, Rascal Jester coming right on top of him. The quick shots from Radder going to take out Mushimaru. Is that going to be enough? Welsker going to try to get his way, put a rock in between him and then Adder.
Oh boy. Yeah, he's getting
enough here though.
He's getting a lot of damage into that vehicle, but not much has gone into the body. Jeff Laka is going to confirm the kill, and another one as well for Akkad. So Rascal Jester falls into Bond. What we were talking about earlier, not where you want to be, especially if you can't get your vehicle through that corner there by that giant pot-looking thing. Yeah. And here is Nalaz. He's going to find Moody first. He just wants to try to get the point because this has not been a good round for G2. He does confirm.
Yeah, he needs that point. Pride's going to go ahead and finish him off. But unfortunately for Envy, that's going to be Moody going out and getting flushed out pretty quickly. It's Chris on the other side of the quarry right now. Pio going to get just handed a kill here from Rascal Jester. Wesker, that's fun to say, Rascal Jester. Always enjoy that. Shinobi now the last one up for Rascal Jester. He's still outside in the blue. Got to be careful here about SKT, but he is going to be soloing it out from here on forth.
Well, can Shinobi be the hero once again for Rascal Jester? Only 4 kills going into this game for Rascal Jester. Yes, they have a second, a third, and a sixth, but that puts them in 7th place overall going into this match. That's just not enough.
They are in danger of sliding if they don't manage to step it up here on Miramar, or at least manage to salvage something here on Sanhok. Right now, he's just going to hang out in the blue as SKT is slowly making their way in. Envy have not opened up on this just yet. They don't want to give their positions away. Nope. Interrogate's going to find a quick headshot, but it's not going to be enough to get the down onto Mr. Adder.
Yeah, Adder's got 2 trees to work with on that angle, so he's okay for now. The other 3 members of SKT are going to get some information on where Envy is. Pat Caps hanging out in that single door shack. Pride in another one onto his south there as Adder is going to put some shots in. Smokes are coming down as they're going to need to cross this road. The circle is closing in behind them. Akkad and the others really smart here, putting the smokes in front of the buildings that Envy occupies, completely blinding them.
Absolutely. That's what we call those offensive smokes. Force your defending position, your defending team to have to reposition and not be able to use the sight lines that they want to. Instead, they're going to have now to reposition themselves. SKT does lose Adder. They're going to trade it out with Interrogate, but Jeff Laka's going to get taken out as well. So now it's all down to Akkad.
And Akkad.
And Akkad. Yeah, that's it. Just Akkad.
He is the only one left, but we've seen him do absolutely bonkers stuff in the PKL. He can surely 3v1 a team if he is given the right situation, but Pride's gonna come through, try to get a grenade onto him. There's another battle breaking out between Ghost and Red Canids up on the southern end of the circle. Akkad took a bunch of damage on the bottom left. He is very weak and healing up. Pride has to do the same So this is a 1v1 battle down here as Pat Caps is still stuck kind of to the north of all of this and seems to be kind of backing off.
Red Canids coming up clutch against Ghost. They managed to wipe them there. Ghost going out in 15th place. Andy FPS, the last one alive, but Vendetta was breathing down their necks. I'm not sure how he's going to get into this circle. This is all going on the very far southern part here. Infantry as well. You can see Boliang and Zhao Yang eyeing this from range here. Na'Vi in a position where they can gatekeep this, but Vendetta still 4 strong, making their way in. Akkad is still alive. Looks like Envy is pulled off of this. So T1 gonna stay alive a little bit longer, but oh, look at this. Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Akkad is not in an ideal situation. He's in a building that is about the worst that you can find. At least he has cover. And look at this Alpaca with the 6th sense, just knows that Akkad is there and takes him down.
The Molotov in there for added measure. He likes to eat his food cooked. As Akkad gets a little bit burnt there as Ace is moving quickly through this compound just off to the west. While Envy has to stay alive a little bit longer. Vendetta now turning their attention back towards Andy FPS as they have a nice little gatekeep going on. An M249 in the hands of Non-Reg.
Yeah, Andy is taking a lot of damage from these circles, but it's going to be Zhao Yang who comes through and steals this, gets some more damage into Non-Reg, but he's in the circle and he is going to find himself knocked from critical as well. So Edge, he is going to move forward. Now Baolong trying to get some more shots over here, and he gets a little bit of damage into Non-Reg, who's in the circle as well. So coming up along the edge here, Navi's here to gatekeep, like you were talking about earlier, right on the southern edge.
Oh, this is what they needed, but look at that. Only 1 kill going over into their favor here as Non-Reg is going to go down to the circle, yeah. And Boliang actually going to go down to Mexi. So Navi getting points robbed from right out from under them here.
Yeah, Entis Ace is getting torn apart by the circle. They took some damage from Envy, I believe, as well. So now we're going to find the next one, and Navi's compound is still in it. So a little bit of a fortunate situation for Navi here. 2 members of FaZe, though, left their compound and moved ahead. I think a nice, wise leapfrog by FaZe, taking advantage of the fact that Navi was busy gatekeeping the southern side of this circle.
Absolutely, 200 IQ rotation early on for the FaZe boys. Got to keep an eye here on the north side, though, as we have the full 4-man squad of Gen G trying to make their way in, but they have the full entirety of Gex, I believe, still in the compound, and Armory Gaming right behind him as we check in on the quick shots there from Pio as Rascal Jester Wesker, my new favorite name to say, gets taken out.
Well, Gen G, this is an important moment for them. They are on the bubble right now for being one of those teams that could find themselves on Sunday, and they are going to have to go through Armory Gaming, who is already in the circle and 4 strong as well. And look at this. They are prone in the grass. You're going to see this a lot on Sandhawk because of all the soft cover available.
Yeah, Skeet is going to hide behind the rock. He hears the footsteps of Taman. Taman going to take the few shot. Esther actually going to get Duckman. Skeet going to turn it around quickly, take out Taman, get the flush. Pio is very, very low coming up from the backside. He's going to get taken out by DMG, and Gen G is falling apart here. Esther and Loki are kind of sandwiching the boys from Armory here as DMG and Tanawat's still alive. But look at this, Gex now coming around here to want a piece.
Loki trying to pre-fire, couldn't find anybody there. They know where the down is onto Skeet. That grenade is a stun grenade, and so DMG comes right around the corner, finds Loki. Gen G goes out in 8th place. A solid defensive effort from Armory Gaming.
But how much more does Armory Gaming have in the tank here as Global Esports X Set are going to come up over the top. They get a few shots into Tanawat. Not going to be enough. Fuzzface actually getting it down onto Skeet as FaZe now wanting a piece of this.
3 members of FaZe rotated up into this, just looking for the points and the third party, and they are finding it. The mollies are down. DMG taking so much damage, and the grenade is going to get the knock onto him as well. Now a member of Gex is fallen to 8C. Look at this. FaZe is just tearing apart these Asian teams.
Welcome to Sandhawk, where it's not a party unless it's a third party. Fuzzface, Uba, Etsy, and the boys coming up over the top. Tanawat is just outside the circle. He's going to stay alive a little bit longer. Kane and Sophia from Gex still managing to stay alive as well, but we have to go and check on, looks like Vendetta and G2 still fighting it out just off to the west of Quarry.
Yeah, and here you can see Navi is forced to move out of their situation as the circle has gone west. Looks like Edge is going to find Icon's res. And this is another late game finish for Vendetta. Can't talk about them. Rang is trying to pick up some points. What a spray! He is going to find Icon, gonna pick it up. Ooh, he misses that shot with the Car 98, and the circle is right on his behind. He's gonna have to get moving. Opts to go up the hill because he knows that the circle is now on top of Icon, and he is gone and out, so it is just Edge left for Vendetta.
Rang's got about 70 total bullets in a dream here as he's got to push into this circle with the blue right on his back. Edge coming up on the backside as well. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Looks like FaZe is going to find Tanawat. That's going to be it for Armory, as they now have pretty much control over the center of the circle here. But actually, no, they're taking some long-range shots here from Na'Vi.
Yeah, Senya looking to do some damage with the Mutant. Not much landed there. And Uva still up and running, and that's big here for FaZe. Edge taking a bunch of damage, pokes up over the hill, but the circle is already on him. He isn't able to get in time. So FaZe has center circle, but Na'Vi is 4 strong. They've got Gex on top of them, as well as Rang, the sole surviving member of Entus Ace. Another big placement for Entus Ace.
How many times, Clinton, how many times in PKL have we seen this solo player from these Korean squads come in clutch, stay alive to the last second, and manage to take home a win here out of nowhere? So keep your eyes on Rang, everyone.
And if you're Entus Ace, this is the guy you want there, the top fragger for them. He is absolutely the person you want in this situation. The blue is pushing him. He is trying to find something. Gex is up there. FaZe, Fuzzface is trying to clear out this angle. And it is going to be Rang who's spotted out by Sophia, as it is going to be a 4th place finish for Entus Ace, but a huge day so far in the first half for them.
Not this time, as will PKL manage to pull out the solo heroics. Fuzzface going to manage to get himself another kill, but Senya going to trade it back now. Na'Vi coming alive. They've got the center of the circle. FaZe maybe batting off a little bit more than they can chew, and Uba is taken out, and that's Na'Vi with the big 6-kill win.
Na'Vi needed this so desperately, and they played it to perfection, gatekeeping the southern side so well, being patient. FaZe took an aggressive maneuver up to the top.